So this is how the takeaway will look like for the student, and he or she will be able to see his response for each question, and it will always be there in his or her drive. At the same time, if you look at the teacher's drive, there will be this folder by the name Peer Deck, takeaways, and this was the lecture on bias and variance. And here you will see the files for the takeaways that the student will be present. Now, also one more thing to note here is the fact that it is not necessary that you will be able to see the classroom invite to classroom option when you try to invite your students to the peer deck presentation session in the beginning. For that, if you do not see that option right away, what you have to do is you have to go to this particular site, app.peerdeck.com, and you have to click on this and go to my account. So click on your profile picture and click on my account. After that, what you have to do is you have to click on settings. Now here you will be able to see this particular option of Google Classroom. So by default it may be off. Then what you just have to do is click and make it on. So with this, what happens is that you can of course control that when you can send out invitations to your students via classroom when you have to schedule a session. Also, there is this takeaways. So you can of course decide whether you want a takeaway to be published as a Google Doc so that you can give the feedback. So these are all the options. If you see all the settings that you can make uh, in your peer deck session. So this is how Pear Deck works, and it definitely is a great utility. And I have shown you only some of the templates. There are many others, and depending on your subject, your topic, you can definitely choose a particular template of your choice, and you can make it all the more interactive with your students who can submit their answers side by side and do activities and also post their doubts along the way. It is definitely a very good tool, and it has lots of features that can be used. And I hope this will help you and your students in your teaching learning process and give them an enhanced learning experience, and they'll be engaged throughout your presentation. And I think as a teacher, it's very important and satisfying to see that the students are able to understand what we want them to uh, take away from the class. So, a very good tool, and do try it. I hope it is useful for you and at the same time easy to use. Thanks a lot. All the best. Take care.